Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I just wanted to go over some of the important points about the Quran quiz competition that's coming up. There's a lot of questions that have come up recently, and parents and students wanted some clarification, so I thought maybe I should put this together so it can benefit, inshallah, all those who are trying to attempt to register and participate. First of all, Quran quiz competition. There's a lot of confusion out there about whether this is a Quran memorization competition where you have to come up on stage and recite from the Quran. That is not what this is about. Inshallah, we're going to try to look at a couple of scenarios here that'll give you a clear picture of what's going on. Number one is that for this competition, you'll have to register. The registration date is Sunday, 18th of January, which is coming up pretty soon. What needs to happen is, if you need to get to this page, basically, there's this tiny URL mentioned here, or you can use this QR code if you have seen on the flyer. Just take the flyer and then you scan with your phone and you should be able to get to this page where I'm at right now. So register by 18th, Sunday, which is coming up pretty soon here. When you get to this page, click on register now, and that should open up another link, which is actually a Google form. You can fill out. It's a very simple form here. They're asking basic questions. Now, there is a fee associated with the participating here. There's $10 per participant, but if you have 3 or more kids, then it's only $25. Basically, 10 for 1, 20 for 2, 25 for 3, so on and so forth. And then if you have 4, it's still 25. A couple of things that are most important here is that this site also gives you all the levels of competition that we're gonna have over there, and all the study material is over here. So you can come here if you or your student or if your participant is up to 2nd grade. Now, this 2nd grade is not at the ICP Academy or any other masjid program. This is actually a general age range for the public school. So if your kid is in 2nd grade in the public school, you will be in level 1. And 3rd, 4th, 5th grades will be in level 2, and middle school is level 3, and then high school and above. You don't have to be part of any specific program or any masjid program, not an ICP program or Masjid al-Noor program or ISGH program. Anybody can participate in this. As long as you meet this criteria, you should be okay, inshallah. Now, material to follow is already here. So as you can see, I'm going to click on this download button for level 1 questions. You will see that these are all PDF files. All the questions and answers are all mentioned here. So this will be the question asked, and here are the 4 options. And in this study guide, they actually give you what is the correct answer, and they'll give you an explanation as well, so you can go through this and help yourself if you're participating, or your child or your kid. They can study from this and inshallah practice for the competition. And that is all 4 levels are mentioned here. Of course, as you go higher, the questions are a little bit more complicated, and they probably require a little bit more attention to detail here, inshallah. But I hope that is straightforward. But all the material is up here. Now, here's the most important part. The competition is on a application called Kahoot. If you're not familiar with this, I think that's where it's going to be problematic for a lot of participants. So this is something that you need to be aware of, or your kid or your children should be aware of how this quiz competition is going to happen. First of all, you have to bring a device. Okay, I'm going to speak to the parents here. If your child is registered for this competition, you have to bring a device for your child, which could be a phone, it could be a tablet, it could be a Chromebook or a laptop. This is a must. You have to bring one device, and also not only do you have to have a device, the device has to be given to your child, and that device has to be unlocked, because the kid is going to have that device in front of them for the entire event as long as they are competing in this event. And so that you'll have to make sure that the phone or the device that you have is unlocked. And there are some instructions mentioned down here if you have an iPhone or iPad, if you have an Android device, how to unlock it. And it has to be unlocked to the point that the auto lock is turned off. Basically, throughout the competition, your student, your child, should be able to use the phone without it becoming locked. And and there's a reason why specifically that is important, and I'll mention that real quick here, inshallah. So and if you feel that your phone you get critical messages and you need to have all the time, then phone probably is not the best device for your student, for your child. I would rather you figure out maybe if there's an iPad that's available or an Android tablet that may be available that you can bring. But this is a must. Your child needs this in order to participate. So that's what they're saying here. And of course, they're going to use this device to go to a website, which I'm going to talk about here real quick, and which is the Kahoot website. So basically, how to join. When you get there, there's going to be a QR code presented. Basically, on the screen there will be a big QR code. All the participants for that level, basically at, I believe it's around 3:30. Let me scroll up here. So at around 3:30 p.m. on Saturday, which is the preliminary test, which is the first round of test, basically, at around 3:30, they're going to have a group of participants, probably level 1, and they're going to start the program. At that point, there will be a QR code presented on TV. And along with the QR code, there will be a moderator as well. So basically, students will be expected to have a device unlocked, and they will have to scan that QR code, and when they get to that QR code, it'll open up this site, kahoot.it, right? You don't have to get to this site today, but this is how your participant, your son or daughter, child, will actually get into starting this competition. And let me quickly demo how this is going to play out. Maybe I'll take a couple examples here. On the website kahoot.it, I'm going to bring this up here. So you don't have to get into too much details about what this site does and so on and so forth, but there are multiple sample tests out there. You can have your child try it out just to prepare. I'm going to kickstart one specific test here, just so we know what's going on. I'm going to take this first one here. All right, so what I'm doing here is basically going to start a quiz, just like how your participant is your son or daughter will see on that day. And this is very, very important. So I'm going to click on start here. So they're going to ask, okay, ready to join? So basically your participant is going to be part of this competition, and there's a game pin that will be given to them. So when they have this equipment in their hand, a cell phone, tablet, or whatnot, then they'll have to enter this game pin. Where are they going to enter? That's where this site I mentioned. So basically, let me pull this up here. So what you see up here on the left hand side is what the student or the participant will see on TV at the quiz competition. Okay. And they will, this on the right hand side, what you see here is actually the device, like a phone or something. They will be asked to enter a pin, and that pin is this one right here, right? They're going to use a QR code. I'm just showing here as a sample. They'll be scanning a QR code, and they'll be able to get directly to that competition. I'm going to enter that 322596. Right, enter. It's going to ask me for a nickname, so I'm going to say participant. All right, participant number 1. I just have only one participant, so we're not going to have more than one. Okay, got it. So as soon as that participant enters that ID and that pin and that name, their name will appear on the screen. Remember, this is what they're going to see on the screen on the big TV. So participant 1, and then another participant will come out. For example, I'm going to open up another. Let's see if I can do another browser here. Yeah, so there's going to be, like, for example, another student will come up here, and then they'll scan the QR code, and they'll get here, and they will also join, for example, 322596. So basically, I'm going to say participant 2. Okay. All right. Let me give another name. Let's say Ahmad. Right. Click OK. So as you can see here, we have 2 students participants that are actually playing now, ready to play, and you have 2 participants mentioned here. Now they will wait for the entire list of all the participants for one level gather. I don't know how many they're going to take, maybe 5, 10, depending on the registration. They may even take all 20, 25. We don't know exactly how many participants have registered so far. So they'll wait for them to register themselves like that. Okay. Once that happens, and this is very, very important for us to understand, so they'll click on start, right? And I will not be able to play for both of these, but okay, let's say start. So as soon as the game starts, we'll have to get the devices ready. The competition will say Quran competition 3, 2, 1, and then you'll see the first question here. After the recitation of which surah do we say Ameen during the salah? That's the question. 4 options are given here, different colors, red, yellow, blue, and green. As you can see here, there's a timer here, so we have to answer this question quickly. So device number 1 and device number 2. Let's say the answer here is Surah Al-Fatiha, so I'll click on blue. If someone can pick the wrong answer, like they've picked green, so this will be correct and incorrect. So as you can see here, one participant got the answer correct, and that's their score. The other participant got it wrong, and they will see on the screen which was the right answer, how many people answered correctly and how many people have answered wrong, and they will also reveal the answer here as well. So this is what they will see on this TV. And this is going to keep on going. I just have only a couple questions here, as you can see. So I'm going to do next and have my devices ready so I can answer quickly. Inshallah, next time I'll try to do better on both devices, inshallah. So let's say next. So the question comes scoreboard. This person has, participant 1 has 642 and Ahmed has 0 so far. Let's keep going. Second, the next question, devices are getting ready here. Which surah is the longest in the Quran? 4 colors. They'll have to pick. So Surah Al-Baqarah. So correct answer is Surah Al-Baqarah and Baqarah, right? So as you can see here, another set of points are counted. So the faster that the participant is able to answer a question, they'll get the higher score, and that's how they keep going up. And if a participant delays or thinks for a long time, then they will get lower score. Even though they answered the question correctly, they will be scored lower, and that matters. That's very important. This is why I think we should all practice these tests, this competition ahead of the actual day, actual event, so that they get used to it, so that in the last second they don't have to wait to figure out what is the right thing to do, what they're trying to do in the competition. So alhamdulillah, so we had 2 questions and both of them were answered by our 2 participants here, and both of them got them correctly. So let's take a look at the scores now. So this will give us, now the competition is done, because I had only 2 questions built in there. So now they're going to see on the TV that Ahmed was in the 2nd place, and our first participant won with 1500 points, I believe. So participant 1 won. So this is how the competition is going to go that day. I hope it makes sense, inshallah. So much more than getting the right answer, it's very important for to let our children know that they are looking for someone who can answer these questions quickly, as fast as they can. So having some practice, I think, will definitely help. If you have any questions, please reach out, inshallah. I hope this helps, and inshallah they're planning to take the top 10 from the preliminary round over to the finals, and they're going to have prizes for the top 3 when they go to finals. Basically 10 people from each level will qualify to go participate in the finals, which is going to happen the next week, the following week, which I believe is going to be on the 7th of February according to the flyer. And then from that, on that day, they will choose the top 3 players from each level, and I believe that they are planning to have laptop as the first prize for certain levels. I don't know specific details about how they are distributing those prizes. This is not part of ICP Academy or any specific program, but ICNA Harrisburg chapter is organizing this competition. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the organizers, or reach out to the ICP Academy as well. We are here to help as well if you have any questions. I hope this is beneficial. Inshallah, we'll see you there, and good luck. Inshallah, may Allah help you all win this. And I'm hoping that the Academy students are going to bring some laptops in, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.